Hi there, Shalom. Um, it is time now to read chapter 21 and 22 of Hazon, Revelation, as we being announcing it. So it's time today, 28th March 2020, Saturday. So we're getting close to Passover, Easter time, and once more we need to remember the Master as he asked to do this year. Is gonna be something like 8th or 9th. Not sure yet, just need to make a bit more research. It's gonna be 8 or 9 of April. Easter Sunday. Easter is on the Sunday 12th April 2020. So there is one thing in here I would like, before I turn to Hallelujah Scriptures and start reading Revelation, Hazon, Apocalypse, is if we look to the situation when he was Yeshua HaMashiach, he was resurrected on the third day. So if by many saying he died on a Friday, some even say probably around 3 p.m. on a Friday. If we go and see for the 3 p.m. on Friday to 3 p.m. on Saturday, we're having 24 hours of this one day. And from 3 p.m. on Saturday to 3 p.m. on Sunday, what is for us the first day of the week, the Sunday, it's what it is. We're seeing just 2 days. 2 days. And from Sunday 3 p.m. to Monday 3 p.m. that should be really the 3 days. So something in here doesn't really match, does it? It doesn't match. So we need to go back. More research needs to be done if we want to know really when the Last Supper happened. We know it's close to Easter, to Passover, from the time, because we know that. So if that is the right way, I know there is there's a difference in the calendar for Hebrew. So Hebrew calendar to our calendar, there's a difference there. Even when the Sabbath starts on 12th of Friday to the 12th, so 12 p.m. to the 12 p.m. on Saturday, so the 24-hour Sabbath. So the Sabbath is really starting from the 12 p.m. on a Friday to 12 p.m. on Saturday. So, looking to these, the Last Supper, instead of happening on the evening of a Thursday, most possible happened on the Wednesday. So most possible happen on a Wednesday. So Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, early morning, he came to be presented to the high priest, Caiaphas, to Pilatus, after, and the scriptures in gospel tell us about it was the 6th hour until the 9th hour. Yeah. So around the 9th hour, there is a time there when it tells us about after the 9th hour, sometime after, when the time he gave his last breath. So something between 10 to 11, most likely 11 a.m. on a Thursday. So if that is the case, something like that, it could be even 10 a.m. So we take it from 10 a.m. on the Thursday morning, 10 a.m. morning, to 10 a.m. on a Friday morning is 24 hours, one day. So 10 a.m. on Friday to 10 a.m. on Saturday, 24 hours, second day. So 10 a.m. Saturday to 10 a.m. Sunday, the first day of the week, 24 hours, the third day. Something like, I think it makes a bit more sense, I believe, to be the third day, because he rised on the third day as it was written. So the Last Supper most likely happened on a Wednesday, not on the Thursday, but on a Wednesday, most likely. But anyway, we need to do a bit more research on that. Just talking about these because we're getting closer to another commemoration of the memorial of Yeshua HaMashiach, that our Adon Master, that he asked us to do until his return. So we need to bear in mind, that's very important, the commemoration of the Last Supper. That's what it is, not his death. It's the Last Supper and why he delivered himself for us. Anyway, okay, let's turn to Hallelujah Scriptures for those who didn't watch until now. So I'm about to complete Hazon on Hallelujah Scriptures Revelation for those who've been listening and watching these videos. Again, if only a few, if don't, well, it's not really my problem, is it? I will carry on. So, chapter 21, Hazon, Revelation from Hallelujah Scriptures. Let's read. And I saw a renewed Shamaim and a renewed earth, for the former Shamaim and the former earth have passed away, and the sea is no more. And I, Yochanan, John, saw the Kodesh city, renewed, Yerushalayim, coming down out of the Shamaim, from Elohim, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the Shamaim saying, See, the booth of Elohim is with men, and he shall dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Elohim himself shall be with them, and be their Elohim. And Elohim shall wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, nor mourning, nor crying, and there shall be no more pain, for the former have passed away. And he who was sitting on the throne said, See, I make all new. And he said to me, Write, for these words are true and trustworthy. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Aleph and the Tau, the Alpha and the Omega. I am the Aleph and the Tau, the beginning and the end. To the one who thirsts I shall give of the fountain of the water of high life without payment. The one who overcomes shall inherit all these, and I shall be his Elohim, and he shall be my son. But as for the cowardly, and the untrustworthy, and abominable, and murderers, and those who were, and drug sorcerers, and idolaters, and all the false with their part is in the lake which burns with fire and sulphur, which is the second death. And one of the 7 messengers who held the 7 bowls filled with the 7 last plagues came to me and spoke with me, saying, Come, I shall show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the Ruach Spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the great city, the Kodesh Yerushalayim, descending out of the Shamayim from Elohim, having the esteem of Elohim, and her light was like a most precious stone, like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and having a great and high wall, having 12 gates, and at the gates 12 messengers, and names written on them, which are of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. 3 gates on the east, 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, and 3 gates on the west. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 emissaries of the Lamb. And he who spoke with me had a golden measuring rod to measure the city and its gates and its wall. And the city lies 4-cornered, and its length is as great as its breadth. And he measured the city with a rod, 12,000 stadium, the length, and the breadth and height of it are equal. And he measured its wall, 144 amma, cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of a messenger. And the structure of its wall was jasper, and the city was clean gold like clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were adorned with all kinds of precious stones. The first foundation jasper, the second sapphire, the third agate, the fourth emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth ruby, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, and the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th jacinth, and the 12th amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Each one of the gates was a single pearl, and the street of the city was clean gold, like transparent glass. And I saw no Mishkan in it, for Yahweh El Shaddai is its Mishkan, and the Lamb. And the city had no need of the sun, nor of the moon, the shine in it, for the esteem of Elohim lightened it, and the Lamb is its lamp. And the nations of those who are saved shall walk in its light, and the sovereigns of the earth bring their esteem into it. And its gates shall not be shut at all by day, for night shall not be there. And they shall bring the esteem and the appreciation of the nations into it. And there shall be no means enter into it whatever is unclean, neither anyone doing abomination and the falsehood, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. And he showed me a river of water of clear as crystal, coming from the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb. In the middle of its street, and on either side of the river, was the tree of which bore 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And no longer shall there be any curse. And the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. And they shall see his face, and his name be upon their foreheads. And night shall be no more, and they shall have no need of a lamp or the light of the sun, because Yahweh Elohim shall give them the light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said to me, these words are trustworthy and true. And Yahweh Elohim of the Kodesh Nebiim has sent his messenger to show his servants what has to take place with speed. See, I am coming speedily. Baruch is he who guards the words of the Nebuah of this book. And I, Yochanan, John, saw and heard these, and when I heard and saw, I fell down to worship before the feet of the messenger who showed me these. And he said to me, see, do not, for I am your fellow servant, and of your brothers the Nebiim, and of those who are guarding the words of this book. Worship Yahweh. And he said to me, do not seal the words of the Nebuah of this book, because the time is near. He who does wrong, let him do more wrong. He who is filthy, let him be more filthy. He who is righteous, let him be more righteous. He who is Kodesh, let him be more Kodesh. And see, I am coming speedily, and my reward is with me, to give to each according to his work. I am the Aleph and the Tau, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Baruch are those doing his commands, so that the authority shall be theirs unto the tree of and to enter through the gates into the city. But outside are the dogs, and those who enchant with drugs, and those who were, and the murderers, and the idolaters, and all who love and do falsehood. I, Yeshua, have sent my messenger to witness these to you in the assemblies. I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star, and the Ruach, Spirit, and the bride say, come, and he who hears, let him say, come, and he who thirsts, come, and he who desires it, take the water of without paying. For I witness to everyone hearing the words of the Nebuah of this book. If anyone adds to them, Yahweh shall add to him the plagues that are written in this book. And if anyone takes away from the words of the book of this Nebuah, Yahweh shall take away his part from the book of Rai, and out of the Kodesh city, which are written in this book. He that bears witness of these says, Yes, I am coming speedily. Amen. Yes, come Adonai Yeshua. The favor of our Adon, Yeshua HaMashiach, be with the Kodeshim. Amen. As we can see, we just came to the end of Hazon, Revelation, and our series is the book of Hazon, Revelation. And it doesn't take long for all the 22 chapters that is completing the book of Hazon, Revelation. And with these, today, 28 March 2020, from Hallelujah Scriptures, I just come to the end of Revelation. I know for many it can be a bit difficult, particularly if you really don't believe at all, minimally, in the Scriptures, in Yeshua, the Creator, Yahweh. But we see things taking place, and what's coming very soon for many is going to be a massive surprise. But anyway, I will carry on working, doing my witnessing the way I can, and just to the next opportunity. Shalom.